Ken and Shanholz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty at 227 Gobbler Drive in Springfield, West Virginia. You got a 3-bedroom, 1-bath cabin on 4 perfectly level acres, covered in hardwoods. And the owner did everything here himself, and everything's built like a fortress. But you got these 2 nice big sheds here to store your stuff, 4-wheeler, mower, your river toys, because the community has its own common access point on the south branch of the Potomac River about a ½ mile away from here. Plus, you're close to all kinds of public access. You can see all the firewood stacked up here that comes with. There's a wood stove in the basement. And yes, this thing is on a full basement. Unlike most cabins built in this time period, this one's on a full basement with the exception of the part that's under, used to be like a porch here on the front, and they enclosed it. But everything's under a basement except for that part. And as you can see here, nice big side deck. And you may, you could always screen that portion, the covered portion right there. And you got your campfire spring right there. Horseshoe pit right here. I'll just scan on around here. And also, like you'll see a little alleyway right here, and there's a berm back there. But this is a little shooting range right here in the back. And I'll just pan around here so you can see the back. This fella took good care of this place. And he never did put a paint or a stain on the outside. If you paint this thing up whatever color you want, it really sharpen it up some. But I'll do another video inside. Ken and Shanholz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I'm at the cabin located at 227 Gobbler Drive in Springfield, West Virginia. And, excuse me. Just wanted to give you a little tour of the inside here. So this used to be a porch, and he decided to enclose it. So that's why you'll see this kind of look the way it does. And it's just used, as another table area or, whatever you want to do with this kind of like sunroom here. And we'll come on in here, and this is kind of like the living area and the kitchen. And pretty much everything you see here conveys, with the exception of a few personal items the seller has, but it pretty well comes turnkey. And let me just pan around here a little bit. You can put a wood stove there. There's a thimble there, but there's a wood stove in the basement, and that's what he primarily uses for heat, is the wood stove. But there is this gas, wall unit right here, propane, which will also do the trick, and that would help suffice with any kind of loan or anything like that. So it does have basically a hard heat source here. And I'll take you upstairs here in a minute. But we'll just continue on the main level here. Here's your 1 bathroom right here. Bedroom here with screen door going out onto the covered porch. And another bedroom here. And I'll just go ahead and take you downstairs while I'm here, but you've got to go through this bedroom to get into the basement. And he does have window units in here for the bedrooms and stuff. And we're going down into Denny Ray's man cave right here. Like I said, it's uncommon that you see a cabin built when this thing was built be on a basement like this. But it's nice down here. Drywall, pool table comes with, and he keeps a dehumidifier on down here, and it goes into right into a drain right there, so that's handy, so you can leave that run and not worry about it. And then what they do here, that window pops out right there, and you just hand the wood in here, and they stack it right there for the wood stove. You got your dartboard. And this thing has a propane hot water heater. And there's your pressure tank. Let me get you back upstairs. gentleman who owns this is kind of like a builder by trade. So he, like I said, this thing's built well, very solid. Everything extra heavy duty in here, and see, like, you got metal doors, metal interior doors. And one thing I forgot to mention on my outside video was that there's 2 meters here. There's a meter on the house, and there's another meter out there, so if you had a friend that had a camper wanted to bring up, they could plug into that meter out there. And then the loft up here, just one big open room up here. Got a window unit up here as well. But it's a well-built cabin in good shape. It's 2 lots here that make up the 4 acres. The land is very nice. You're maybe a half mile off the paved road right here, but it's very private. You got all kinds of private. You got your own private river access a half mile away, plus a bunch of public river access on the south branch of Potomac. Not to mention, you're maybe a mile and a half away from White Horse Mountain Wildlife Management Area, which is 1,800 acres of public hunting. So there's all kinds of stuff to do around here. And like I said, this thing comes pretty well turnkey. You've been looking for a getaway cabin at a very reasonable price. This one's $149.9. It ain't gonna last long.